Oh, good afternoon or good evening, depending on how you see it. Welcome to there we go. Today's TSW stream, looking at the still yet to be released 147. Nabil, CP, welcome. Good to see you guys. I hope you're doing well. Nabil, what was going on was um, I have been having issues. Bless me, having issues with API and trying to have certain information on my tablet so I can clean up like the game a little bit and remove some aspects. I was messing around with it earlier when I was playing and worked fairly well bar some issues. There we go, spell. Worked fairly well bar some issues, and then I've come to do it now and it's just not working at all, and it was just really frustrating me, and switching through both apps and going through the settings and everything. And then on top of that, Twitch, I changed some settings on OBS, like the last settings I could change for the matter, and it was still only showing 1080p. So I've just put my settings back up. If you go to YouTube, YouTube is fine. YouTube will show you 1080p, 720p, 480p, etc, etc. Meaning it's a Twitch problem. And if you do a bit of research, Twitch now prioritizes their partners, like Twitch partners, when it comes to transcoding, which is that. So for me as an affiliate and everyone else, we're not the priority. So it depends on Twitch's resources whether they can transcode your video or not. So I've been running around like a crazy person this last week and today, trying to sort out the issue from my side, confused at why my settings are exactly the same as they were before and the issue's happening, and the whole time it's not even my fault. So yeah, if people are struggling with 1080p, then they can go to YouTube, and you've got the other options there. So yeah, that's about it. Yes, programmers using it, it's nice. It gives you the signals, like the upcoming signals or speeds, So I was able to remove those from the game, clean it up a little bit. I'd removed the track monitor, but I think I'm going to keep it because the one I was using before, which also doesn't work now, by the way, had some funny issues with like counting down to the next speed limit and the next signal, and it was just a bit funny. So as you can see, it's connected to the game, but then if I try and open the tablet form, it won't open. And then the other one that I had, which I downloaded today, that I was using previously, also doesn't connect. Yeah, connection failed. But they were working fine earlier today. Well, this one was working fine earlier today. The other one in the background was working last week. Either last week or the week before, but I didn't like the way it was at the time. But it's been updated now, so I wanted to give it another try, but nothing. We were stuck on a train for 3 hours. 3 hours, bro. See, you have fun in these situations. I'm sure you were the only one enjoying it, and everyone else is losing their minds. Rail enthusiasts. So yeah, trespassers basically, which is seems to be like an international problem at this point, to be honest. Right, I'm gonna try and load into a route and see if that triggers the API stuff to work. If not, then I'm just gonna get rid of it and then restore my HUD to how it was before. So let's go to Stuttgart. We've only got 5 services to go. We're not gonna finish them all today, I don't think, but we're very close. Very close. How are you? Hope you're well. Thank you, CP. I'm doing well, thank you, my man. Yeah, I had a good Easter. I had a good Easter. I didn't really do much specifically for Easter. There was a family dinner that took place on Friday, but like I said that day, um, I had already put a stream on the timetable on my schedule, and I was working in the evening as well, so it didn't really work out very well. So the only really Easter thing that I took part in with was a like an Easter production at church, and it was a banger. It was actually a banger, and that was great fun. That was great fun. So yeah, I enjoyed that, man. Thank you. Did you get up to anything interesting? Yeah, I was the only one who enjoyed it. Every day something new happens, but brother, the there's something new that happens shouldn't really be. I mean, this one you can't do anything about. I mean, if people are gonna, people are gonna do whatever they're gonna do, right? And there's nothing that you can really do about it. If they're so hell bent on like doing bad. Why is AFP not triggering? We're in forward. Brakes. But a lot of the other things are just maintenance, like poor maintenance of like infrastructure. Right, they said it was gonna retry in 30 seconds and it just gave up. Cool, that's nice. Thank you very much. Let's try and open you as an administrator. So this is giving me all. See, it's all giving me all the good information. Look, signals, upcoming limits, bro. And it just won't show up. And it showed up twice, but then I'd refresh the page to make sure it's working properly, and then it wouldn't do it. Just super annoying, man. Super annoying. Super annoying. Just pissing me off, honestly. It's actually like pissing me off. If I do that, nothing. Okay, go suck your mum. And if I open the other one as admin, the only thing is this one was working completely fine last time. No game sounds. Thank you, bro. It's really pissing me off, man. Really pissing me off. I hate when something will work and then will just stop working. It will just decide to stop working. I had a nice Easter to spend with my family. Nice one, man. Currently doing my first ever service from Leipzig, Dresden. Really? What, have you just recently bought TSW6 then, CP?
nach Stuttgart Hauptbahnhof. Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme Reise. Nächste Station Bietigheim-Bissingen. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung rechts.
Is it even doing the audio for me? It doesn't it's not even working. It's not even doing anything. Jesus Christ, man. Also, the first time that I started the stream and then cancelled it, you may have noticed, obviously, that was because of the wrong title. Hello, Transport Legend. Hey, yeah, mate. I'm okay, mate. A little bit frustrated at a couple things, stream related, but I'm not too bad, mate. How are you doing? How was your weekend? Hope you had a good one. Hope you had a good Easter as well. How are you finding it, CP? You're going to enjoy the Riviera line, I think. I think that's a route that, regardless of like whether you like classic or modern or electric or diesel, you're going to enjoy it, I think, just because of the nature of the routes. It's not showing me my distance to the next objective. There we go. Pretty cool when it's an extended. Yeah. I mean, it's a deep shame that they didn't update the Dresden to Riesa portion. You know, I mean, at the very least, they could have fixed the issues with the environment, like the poor quality scenery and the OHLE bugs. I mean, it was, they basically, they say they can't do extensions, but they've done that. Like, they didn't create it from scratch. They literally got the existing routes and added to it. So could that have been sold as part of Dresden Riesa, the core route, and then updated it? Obviously, it wouldn't have been financially smart, but yes, they could have. So extensions are absolutely possible. They have now proven that, whether they know it or not. A modder has proved it. I think a couple modders have proved it, because we have German routes that were connected and some of the connected US routes as well. So that whole extensions aren't possible, completely bollocks. Completely bollocks. If they meant not possible financially, then I think that would have been said a different way. But to say it's just flat out not possible was a lie. Anyway, I'm in a frustrated mood, and I'm gonna run a little bit probably. Notice that the route map assets in Germany are actually implemented incorrectly. They're not just posters, as the game seems to suggest. They are proper display cases with glass panels containing things like timetables, and it's mostly timetables and not network maps. They are way less frequent. CDMs for reference. Oh, yeah, sure. I know they've had like route maps. When you say implemented incorrectly, okay, so relative to the pictures that you've sent me, how are they implemented in the game? Fine, thanks. So like 20 mods for TSW6. I just stopped myself halfway through thinking, what am I doing? Feeling a bit too ambitious. Absolutely not, mate. You're making the game a better experience. I'm not gonna lie. There is no denying. I think there's no argument to be made in saying that modding TSW6 makes it a better game. Whether it makes it more realistic, whether it makes it more fun, whether it makes it more playable, you know. So I don't think there's anything wrong with modding your game, mate. As long as you're comfortable doing it, as long as your game is running well, and you know you haven't installed any incompatible mods or anything that may cause you issues, go ahead, boss. Hello, Jackson. Thank you very much, mate. I'm okay. It's a bit frustrated at a couple things. How are you doing? Hope you had a good weekend. It's in the glass case. Ah, right. Well, I mean, it could be seen as accurate, bro. From what I've been seeing, like we said, maintenance is not the greatest thing in the German railway infrastructure. So perhaps it's just broken. Perhaps the cases are broken and there's no glass. I think that would be very easy to roleplay and imagine, instead of it being so glaringly obvious that, oh my god, they've done this thing incorrectly. We still see the cover. Fair enough. I guess maybe, or either it's a lack of attention to detail, laziness, or they just thought no one's really gonna take a close look at these, so we can do it however we want to do it. They didn't know about you, bro. They didn't know about you. They're not ready for you. The game is not ready for you to come and nitpick. Just heading over to a feast right now. Nice one, bro. Enjoy. Just let me buy the Uber real quick. Jeez. Minor flex. Uber's everywhere. Is it a holiday in Germany as well? Do you guys have a bank holiday on Monday? Or is it just a Friday? Do you guys even have a holiday on the Friday? Like here we had a holiday, we had like basically a 4-day weekend. So for those who work full time, absolute party mode. Well, depending on your line of work. If you work where I work, the only day you're gonna get off is Christmas. So good luck. But for all the other jobs, it's a great time right now. Well, I say that, but it's the worst day, isn't it? Because tomorrow they all go back. So it's always short-lived. Yeah, great 4-day weekend. But although you're still off today and you're able to go off and enjoy yourself, in the back of your mind, you know you're going right back to that crap tomorrow. So how fun is it really? How fun is it really? If they would have done it once the correct way. Bro, you know what game we're talking about here, my guy. You know what game we're talking about here. Thank you, Jackson. Appreciate you, my man. I wish you the same with a great week to come. You guys have both in Germany as well. That's cool, man. In the US, they don't have. I don't think they have any. But then over there, they also have holidays that we don't have. We don't do Thanksgiving, for example. I don't know if the 4th of July is a holiday there, or if it's just a day that's celebrated. But we don't have. We have neither. It's interesting, isn't it, that they took back this DLC from being released because of timetable crashing issues with the new timetable. But I've done, what was it, like 12 services on the new timetable and haven't experienced a single crash. It's quite interesting. Friday and Monday, yeah. Hello, Dan. I've decided I'm just not going to speak about it anymore. It seems to get more and more ridiculous as time goes on, and there's just no point in bringing it up every now and again. Although I found that I'm starting to work around it, and I think my brain's just getting. Why? How was that 110? What are you talking about? What for? What for? Ah, slow down. Was that 2000 hertz? What could have, what? Bro, there's not even anything. The last thing I saw, there's no 2000 hertz magnet, and this was the last thing I saw. And as you can see, there are no magnets here. It's very strange that they do have different voices, isn't it? It's a very, very strange thing. Oh, you know what it is? It may be for the upcoming 70 TSR, right? But see, the funny thing is, can you see a sign saying that there's going to be an upcoming TSR? Can you see a temporary speed sign anywhere? Can you see any associated magnets with that invisible speed sign anywhere? Absolutely not. That's good stuff, man. Good game, honestly. That's amazing. An invisible TSR sign with an invisible magnet that trips you up. That's awesome. That is flipping awesome, man. Really cool. That's really, really cool stuff. Oh, you're wrecked. I thought that was just another title that you gave me. I'm assuming you had a great weekend then. Anyway, yeah, about the different voices. Bro, if you've got the audio from the train, if you've gone to search it online, then maybe yeah, you find one, you don't find the other, no problem. But if you've gone to the train, which I believe they have done, unless that train had it in reality, which I don't believe is the case, how on earth do you just not get the same all the audio from that one train? Why have you got some and not some? Unless they had some and then corrupted it or messed up the files and then had to seek elsewhere for the correct ones. Yeah, it does seem like I got stopped because of an invisible. Yeah, with how close the 70 is coming, it does seem that was the case. That's cool, man. That's both a title for you and me. I find now I've adjusted to sleeping. I get like times here and there if I'm like at different places outside. So for example, like I just snooze a bit. I've been at church. I was at church on Thursday for a rehearsal, and Saturday. I think I snoozed a little bit there. And then yesterday I had a bit of a snooze. At work I might have a bit of a snooze. At home I might have a bit of a snooze. So it's like an hour here, 2 hours there. And they come when they come. So like an actual sleep during the night, wake up during the day is just gone. That's no longer my life. Now I do a bit of here, do a bit of it. I'm a cat. I'm a cat. That's basically what it is. I've become a cat. Cats just snooze. Snooze a bit here, snooze a bit there, and keep it moving. Don't know why I just want to sleep. Oh, I thought you had like I don't know. I thought you had a great weekend, you know? They mixed up recordings for the 17.0 and the 17.5. Did they give any reasoning for that? Oh, when you say they mixed up as in like it was a mistake, like they accidentally mixed them up. I remember when I played this back in like 2018, it was on full speed in between each stops. Yeah, sounds like everyone's first experience playing with the train sim. It's not correct. Some from the community noticed. Well, what do you mean it's not correct? What's not correct? As in, they did it by accident? As in, they messed up, basically? Because surely you wouldn't do that on purpose. Surely. Even for DTG, you can't swoop that low. You can't make up sounds from two different locomotives. Right, as in... Well, I mean, you can. It's possible. If you have one audio file, you can, you know, mix them. So are you saying that it was incorrect? Like it was wrong for them to do that? When I first played TSW2 and SKA, I opened the doors on a Go Via. I mean, honestly, I'll be honest, for fuck's sake. I'll be honest. In recent times, I've stopped on a Go Via. I never went as far as opening the doors, thankfully, but I have stopped at a Go Via. I think I did that in TSW5, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that was a bit embarrassing. Although I always give myself the benefit of the doubt and the excuse that, hey, I'm streaming, so I can't focus on the game, you know? And I'm happy with that excuse. It works for me. But yeah, SKA was the first route I think I played, or that I have a memory playing. The funny thing is I got the game for Bakerloo Line, so I'm sure the Bakerloo Line was the first route that I actually played. And for a long time, it was a train and the route that I had spent most hours in because of how long that journey mode was. But I don't really have any memory of that. I have memory of Sandpatch. I got memory of SKA. I don't really remember Bakerloo, the Bakerloo Line that much, which is weird. But I do remember on SKA just trying PZB, just having no idea what the hell it wanted me to do and how and what anything meant. So then I would turn it off, and then I was happy that I was able to just drive like fast in a fast train. I found that cool. It's wrong for them to do that. Bro, no shit, it was wrong for them to do that. Of course it was wrong for them to do that, man. Bro, you've gone to record sounds from a particular train. Use the sounds from that particular train. Unless you don't have that source for whatever reason. Why am I gonna why am I gonna go and get a recording from an Electro Star and slap it on a on an IET, for example? It's not sensible, is it? I took the timetable to be the same as the arrival time on a sat nav, just a target to beat, right? That is actually funny. I think I fairly understood the timetable, probably because because of experience prior with simulations. But Sinkar, thank you very much for the raid, my man. Appreciate you. Welcome, 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 little Sinker and Co. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you had a great stream, my man. This add-on represents the 147.0, so it shouldn't use sounds from the 147.5. 147.0 is the one used for regional operations. 147.5 is the variant for DB Fernwerker, which is slightly different from 147. I mean, using the audio from the wrong variation of train is one thing that shouldn't happen, but to mix them, that's a whole other level of wrong. If they just had the same audio but from the wrong train, I'd be more happy with that than the current situation. Hello, Mr. Snipes. How you doing? Good to see you again. Short one today. I mean, hey, it's a Monday. Just get into the flow of the week, you know? Then by Wednesday, we whip out the 8-hour streams. No. I mean, hey, some people do. That's some people's vibes. So, to be honest, I was doing that not last summer, the summer before that. Summer 24, I think. I was regularly doing 8-hour streams. Not like it resulted in it. Not like it yielded much, I should say. But it was fun. Ironically, still better than 187. My guy, if you put a microphone to my arse as I'm on the toilet, it would be better than the 187 sounds. I don't think that's a very high target to hit. Finally arrived at Dresden. How long is a run? Is it like an hour and a half? CP? No, it can't be, isn't it? That's too long for a DCG route. Fun is all that counts. That's it, man. That's it. I always like looking back at the clips because that was my the time when I was playing GTA RP, and I always have fun looking back at the clips and just the funny moments and just the random BS that took place. It always makes me laugh. Always. Summer 24 was the year of unemployment. I mean, I was dedicating 8 hours a day. 5-6 days a week. I think I would say that was a form of employment. Paid employment, debatable, but it was employment nonetheless. An hour and 40 minutes. You were delayed 5 minutes. Okay. Oh, did you do a passenger service then, CP? The infamous wolf whistle, bro. That's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorites, man. I mean, honestly, it was just like the RP itself was fun. The RP itself was fun. That was like the whole thing, right? But the characters, it was more just the characters, man. Just yeah, I loved it, man. I loved it. And I know it sounds like BS when I say, oh, like I'd love to go back and, you know, go back to it. It's not, man. I really like, I think I'd have fun. I think I'd have fun. It's just not like a priority for me. And I mean, definitely not the one for viewer engagement. The channel fell off that summer and never recovered. Regio 50 with the 146. Okay, makes sense. Yeah. Does that train run fine? I feel like I always hear issues with. Maybe I'm just thinking about the 114 situation. But I'm pretty sure the 146 has had its fair share of issues as well. I actually like that one, especially because I have the Ebula dock. Oh, nice. So, did you use the HUD at all then, CP?
Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung rechts.
Keeps getting brought up. Yeah, I can. I think he made a mark. Danny made a mark, you know. Danny made a mark, and I hate that he just left and never came back. You know. I feel like I don't know. I mean, I do get anxious about my ability to roleplay, and like I was always questioning, you know, personally, like where's Danny going? Like, how am I gonna take? Like, where am I gonna take this story and develop his character? RP is like not exactly my strong point, right? But he made a splash, and I don't know. Every now and again, I think about like where would Danny be today? You know, what BS would he be doing? What nonsense would he have got himself involved in? What activities, nefarious activities, would he have gotten himself involved in? I don't know. Danny was an interesting character. Alright, CP, enjoy yourself, man. I'm jealous. Okay, I'm not jealous, but I wouldn't mind playing a bit. I never played snooker, it's more pool. I like playing pool. No, hard. Good for you, man, honestly. Good for you. Just really when gonna be a train. I love the little cheeky comments like that, man. Ah. Yeah. You know, sometimes I do stop over on their streams, like I'll just creep. I won't say anything, and I'll just stay on for a few minutes. And one thing I've noticed is you really have to like it. You really have to enjoy it, because from the perspective of a content creator, it's slow growing during RP. You know, it had this boom during COVID and the short years after that. But, you know, I mean, I guess it's similar to this, right? Like, this is also clearly, you know, it's not the best thing for growth, but I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it. And then, of course, there's the privilege of being an ambassador for the company. So there is that to sort of for motivation. And how can I forget the main obstacle for me with regards to RP is dedication. Can you go in there once a week, a couple times a week, and do your thing? Yes. But in my opinion, if that's how you're going to do RP, there's not really much point. Some passengers were shouting towards the driver, starting to riot. He almost needed to call for help. Wait, what? Did you guys see the people on the tracks? A lifetime in prison, RP. I mean, there are people that do that, which is fine. I think a lot of it is slow paced. Well, it's highly likely to be slow paced most of the time. And I like the go. I like driving games. Driving games are constantly moving. Racing games are moving. Train moving, bus moving. So GTA, you're now standing around a lot of the time, just chilling. I don't know. Even when I played RP for the first time on San Andreas multiplayer Stamp, my character was very active. Very active. Just constantly. Just very active. Always on the move. Very much a criminal, but yeah. It was different. It was different. And I also was different back then. RP, just the idea of roleplay in GTA at the time was just mind blowing to me. I mean, I got addicted to it. And it was the reason that I didn't do as well as I could have on my exams. But I don't know. I'm not mad about it. Autumn was our deputy mayor, married to an enforcer of an MC gang. I brought down a massive family of 2 brothers. If it's not drama following her everywhere she goes, it's not her, is it? I think Danny would be proud. And I think Danny would be initially disappointed with D, but he'd come around to appreciate it. Oh, the driver did. Well, I mean, if there's trespassers, if they went suicidal, then he would have been okay, right? Because they would have been to the side of the tracks. There's always that concern as a train driver anyway. You're always paranoid and thinking, oh, like, is this is it? Like, this is when it happens. But I think it depends on like, so if the people were drunk, for example, walking around on high, and you could tell, and you knew that there was a high chance of a collision. Again, that would raise like serious concerns. But say, for example, it was people taking pictures of something or doing graffiti. Emergency brake, sound your horn. I don't think there'd be too much to be concerned about after that point.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Nächste Station Ludwigsburg. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung rechts.
They were walking on the track. Okay, so but the thing said enthusiast. Okay, was it just bad translation? Bad translation then? Because when it said enthusiast, I'm thinking, oh, some people wanted to get like, you know, close to the trains and take pictures or videos or whatever. Something enthusiast people would do. Well, I guess enthusiastically. But obviously they were on the track, so it was no bueno. So is it just like regular people then that had done that?
Seefahrt.
Yo, what is that livery? Is that a 146? Oh yeah, I do have 146 stuff, isn't it? You showed me it. DB Trade Autumn. Really, I don't know about that part of the story. Train spot was walking on the track wanting to get a good shot. Was this in like a rural area, Nabil, or was this like within like city limits? I'm trying to wonder how this made sense to them to do that. Rural, okay. Fair. makes a bit more sense. But to do that dumbly on an active railway and then walk on the tracks, not like walk on the side or in the middle, but like in the, like where you would get struck. I mean, it's a different level of spastic, to be honest. Ridiculous. Okay. My controller zoom isn't working. That's cool. That's quite cool. The API stuff, man. I don't understand why it doesn't work. The app is connected to the network. So why won't it show up on my other devices that are connected to the same network? The same network. Everything I've got is connected to Wi-Fi. So why wouldn't it work? Also ruined the special train service run through. Wow. Because of them. It's crazy the effect that train delays can have, you know, like the domino effect. Like they tell us on the underground, even 1 minute on the underground can result in, I think, like 40 minutes of delays. I think it was before Danny left. Oh, I remember them having their spats and their drama, and then he was like acting as like a mediator for a lot of it. But I thought something like even like beyond that happened. I remember back when I was in school, one of the graffiti kids died getting hit on the tracks while he was tagging. We've all okay. I'm assuming he was the kind that had like the big ass headphones as well, and probably was just banging tunes as he was doing it in his zone. Because how you don't hear a train approaching? You hear the rails singing, first of all. You can hear it in the rails that a train is coming. If you don't hear the train itself. You'd have heard a horn. You'd have heard, I don't know, something, man. Something. The metal, after a brake, after the emergency brakes are applied from the train. Like, there are so many signs that a train is coming. Unless you're right around the blind corner, like perfectly positioned. And even then, you'd have noticed by the sound of the rails that a train was coming. It was the reason for the scar. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Either like he had set her up or... But then that had happened before they got like close. That was before Danny's time, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It's because his boy at the time, I think, was the one who did it. Oh my god, it gives you no time. Jesus. Surely the timing of that isn't right as well on this train. I want to get my video out ASAP. I'm making a video about the TSW releases that came out in March. I think it's going to be a decent video. Just time, man. Time. I initially recorded the script last week, like Thursday or Wednesday. I've only been able to revisit it today, where I've rewritten it, re-recorded it, and then I went to sleep because I was up since 4 a.m. and it was like midday. And then I recorded a run that I wanted to have in the background of the video, but then I'm also going to need to edit out the script itself. the recording of it, and then get images and maybe other videos. I don't even know if it's going to be out this week. I'm just happy that the pressure of release after release after release has gone a little bit. We may or may not have DLCs coming out this month, but until then, if they do, I'm chilling, man. Must have been some music. I know where it happened. There was a 4-track stretch. It was definitely a wake up. To Respect the Trains. Yeah, it's sad when it takes that though, doesn't it? Isn't it? Like, there's no denying that. Well, maybe it depends on your region, but there was always a lot of information given to us in school about safety with regards to electricity, stuff like trains, crossings, stuff like that. And it's very easy to just ignore it all and laugh it off and not take it seriously, but it's better to learn that way than the way that they're trying to help you avoid. And it is what it is, really, because I mean, kids are going to be kids, so I think certain things maybe have to be catered to the audience. Like, you can't give kids the same material that you would give adults and expect it to be ingested the same way. Just doesn't work like that. Where's my tracking window?
Zugbeeinflussung.
Also, I forgot about lossless scaling, but hopefully I don't jinx it. Performance has actually been pretty okay. Hopefully it stays that way. It's funny as I'm saying that, coming into Stuttgart, and we're definitely stuttering a little bit. Let's get lots of scaling open. I also want to continue my Mafia playthrough, but it's not a priority. Shut your mouth. Oh my god. Yo, can you work? Okay, my controller's not working. Loss of scaling means I've lost my controller. That's cool, man. Sick. I don't know how that makes sense. The thing is a visual. It affects what's going on your screen visually. Yet somehow it's allowed my controller to be unrecognizable. Also, I don't know whether it's because of the Dostos or what, but the break-in's a lot more slow, heavy. Can't explain it. It takes long for the brakes to be released. It takes long for the pressure to go.
Nächste Station, Stuttgart Hauptbahnhof. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung rechts.
The next era where I remember former classmates passing was all as we started getting our licenses. That's yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Unfortunately, it makes sense. I think it's another thing that depends on region, because growing up where I did and where I went to school, the same started happening, but more due to violence and stabbings and stuff. Whoa. I thought lots of scaling don't work on streams. Not when I was streaming on the same system, Nabil. Not when I was streaming from this PC.
Störung. 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 Zwangsbremsung. Zwangsbremsung.
Okay.
Zwangsbremsung. Zwangsbremsung. Zwangsbremsung.
Why did that happen?
Zwangsbremsung. Zwangsbremsung. Zwangsbremsung.
Why did that happen?
Zugbeeinflussung.
Again. Still got lag fest. Yeah, I know, right? Loss of scaling is not saving us here. I might have to just go back to that high INI preset. Sad topic, I'll leave it there, get back to enjoy the run. I mean, yeah, sad topic, but it's a reality, right? I don't shy away from any topic on stream. As long as it's based, as long as the conversation around the topic is based on facts and is a sensible discussion, you're free to discuss whatever it is you please, man. I watched a video where a guy was saying he got a job at a car dealership after selling cars just on eBay, and all the top car sellers there had sold 9 cars in a month. This fella came in and sold 8 cars to the same person. I assume it's a business within 2 hours of starting. Beginner's luck. Could be coincidence. I'd wait to see like what his performance is after 6 months, or maybe just 3 months. But if he really is that good, then shout out to the fella. There are a lot of people that are like gifted in areas where they are like very like far away from, and then you've got people in positions that should be as far away from there as is humanly possible. This game really needs to be abandoned and built from scratch. I mean, to be fair, bro, it's my doing. I've got the beast preset installed, knowing it's way beyond my card's capability. So it's my fault. I'm not gonna be annoyed at the game for it. But like all last week, I was using it, and lossless scaling was kind of like saving my ass a lot of the time. Like there was a bit of stuttering here and there, but lossless scaling was coming in clutch. Some people are exceptional. So, oh, absolutely. That's how I got sold my internet. Which I don't regret, but I was not ready to make the purchase that day. And you know what? This guy, yeah, he was just on point. Like, wait, it wasn't on. Was it not on? Or had it changed as I closed the game? Anyway, I'm gonna change it regardless because, I mean, it's a sensible thing to do. Some people are, oh sorry, I read that already. But yeah, anyway, yeah, oh my god. So I called in just to inquire and dig into like quite an exceptional offer, to be honest. And I was planning on buying it. I think it was the following month. But this guy took this inquiry of mine. I was just moving at like 100 miles an hour. But in a way that like somehow I kept up enough to agree to everything. Like before I knew it, this had happened. Before I knew it, that had happened. Before I knew it, like it was mad. It was mad. But I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him. Like I have to respect it. I have to respect it. He got me. He got me good. Thankfully, again, it's something that I never looked back on. But he got me flipping good. And I've like had encounters with people like that, and I've been able to like not be like sucked in. He got me good. Hello there, Mr. ASR. Technical difficulties. I don't want to technically get into it. Why is my phone not plugged in? This is really frustrating. Because it should have been charging by now, which takes a bit of a while because it's slow charging, and then my power bank needs charging. So that's in the queue. How are you doing, hey? So how was your weekend? The small third rows windows pissing you off? So when it was a little bit bigger, it wasn't pissing you off? I'm hungry, man. I'm hungry for a snack. I'm hungry for a snack. Oh, the fact that it's so small. Are you able to like read what it says? Attention seeking at its best because it's small. How does that make sense? Why was it not attention seeking before when it was bigger? You're not able to read it? Then there's no point in me having it open. Okay, well, it was readable then. Because if we're able to see that, then it was readable. Nabil. Let's just get to bro. Go fight. Not on mobile. Bro, full screen, G. Because I checked it on mobile and it was fine for me. I believe ASR's on mobile as well. You're never watching a screen for. Are you watching me on the what's it called? The pop out screen. But you're not even gonna see my face on that. I realized I have to press that twice for some reason. First time it doesn't register the click. I'm not quite sure what that's about. It happened before as well. Gotta be inclusive.
RFB.
I don't want to be inclusive.
RFB.
How about that? You know, it's not quite a thing. It's absolutely not quite a thing. First, he's all loco. It's not a loco first and foremost. Secondly, it's not the fact that it's. That's not what I'm getting at. I'm just getting at until it's in the game. It's not in the game. You have to learn from previous times, right? We are waiting on content that was announced 3+ years ago.
Sehr geehrte Reisende, herzlich willkommen im Zug ERE nach Stuttgart Hauptbahnhof. Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme
So,
Reise. Nächste Station,
not just one piece of content as well, it just somehow happened to be delayed.
Richtung rechts.
Like the 420, for example, for TSW, or I guess the Tada May line as well. These are entire routes and their respective trains. He said his screenshots to be on 285. Ah, suck a dick, man. Bullshit. Because if they're so old, then he's implying that they are well further on in development than what the pictures show. And so, if that's the case, why would you not show the more recent pictures, the more up-to-date pictures? Would that not create a bit more excitement? Would that not make people be excited a little bit more for it? Rubbish, man. The screenshots could be old, but that doesn't mean that that point in development is as well. So yeah, he might have taken a screenshot 3 years ago, but the train probably still looks exactly the same. Yeah, so when it comes to Simro content, again, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. They fooled me twice simultaneously, but once. That's shame on them. If I fall for it again, that one's on me. I haven't got anyone else to blame. They showed the brown cube once that was the N57 release 9 months later. That's cute. That's cute. That was before my time with Simro. Since I've started playing, what I've seen and what I've personally experienced is what I have to go off. Grey cube, then brown cube. Ridiculous. Yo, why does the 146 actually show up on the AI trains? Sorry, with the modded liveries on the AI trains. Not that I'm mad about that, but I'm wondering why that doesn't happen with the 101. Why don't we see the modded liveries for the 101 show up on the AI trains? Oh, that's a 185. Sorry, thank you for the correction. But yeah, same question. Same question. Worst thing is that from green to brown cube is changing a setting in Blender. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's how GTA 5 looks if you play it on mobile. I'm turning the camera off because I want to snack. I'm like strangely very hungry. Oh, should I have a snack or should I just wait for lunch or dinner at this point? No, I'm hungry. I'm not going to eat for another 2 hours at least. BL285 is literally a diesel tracks. I mean, no, no one said otherwise. Doesn't make me any more excited for it. It could be a diesel condom for all I care. Till it's in the game, I will simply not get my hopes up about it.
Zifa.
BR285 will be drivable in 5 services for player accessibility. You don't own the DLC. I cannot believe that was like defended confidently with chest. Absolutely ridiculous. So I guess you have no hopes for TSW content as well as GTA 6. Well, that's silly, isn't it? It's a very silly comparison because yes, there are 2 releases that are delayed and are seemingly vaporware. But number one, we've seen them in action in the pictures and videos, so we know that they're at least that far in development. Number 2, let's not ignore all the other content. Like I said, I'm going off my history with the game. Something like the Impulse, I didn't see that showing off prior to release. That just came out of nowhere. So maybe if they had revealed that and I had seen pictures or videos or bloody 3D models even, maybe I'd be a bit more hopeful for these trains. But we've seen nothing from the US and German routes aside from Brown Cube, Grey Cube, and the pictures that we got from the US stuff. That feels like also was almost 3 years ago. The Grey Cube being for Poland as well does not change anything. Well, the funny thing is, not only do they barely use the Steam News Hub, but when they do, all the pictures they post there are unviewable. I'm not quite sure what they struggle with in that department. images from another website. I've never encountered that with any other. I've never seen that anywhere else but SimRoll content. Literally never. When I click on cookie preferences here, nothing happens, by the way. See? It's just, I don't know, man. Like, SimRoll's a strange one. Anyway, let them focus on their professional stuff. That's what's working for them. Because I'm sure it's not Xbox that's working for them right now. The PC side of things, the numbers are dwindling.
Zifa.
ASR, in my 15 years of being a Steam user and seeing hundreds, if not thousands, of these news and article style pages, I have never, ever encountered it elsewhere.
Zifa.
I think there's a 2000 magnet here. Yes, Nabil. Yeah, I can indeed, and I look forward to that.
Zifa.
I was gonna say waiting this long has meant that I don't need to fight anybody for a seat in the Impulse, but realistically, that would have been the case less than a week after release anyway.
Zifa.
Didn't they release an article or an update or something at like 4 in the morning recently? Or 2 in the morning? Yeah, it makes sense in the bill. Makes sense. If you're not going to play it, get rid of it. Hey, so I don't know what you're asking. Are you asking what specifically it was that they put out at 2 to 3 a.m.?
Zifa.
Let's see if this TSR is going to show up. Or if we're just going to get emergency braked. Nabil, I can't believe we're still...
Störung.
Yep.
Störung.
I can't believe we're still on Umzi.
Zwangsbremsung. 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 Zwangsbremsung.
The bus is the way forward, bro.
Zwangsbremsung. 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 Zugbeeinflussung.
Could either this or this be the reason for the TSLs not showing up? Could it be due to a mod? I'm going to remove them after and see. I'm really hoping that people mod some really good content for that game, man.
Sifa. 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 Sifa.
Yeah, no, I hear it, man. Your reasoning is valid. I just like to do a bit of trolling here and there.
Sifa. Sifa.
What sorry, what 2 series do you have? Is it a 216, 218 or 220? Why are you laughing? It's a 2 series.
Sifa. Sifa.
Your car, you muppet. Said, what BMW do you have? Now I know why you're laughing. It's better to 216, the 218 or the 220?
Sifa.
218. And what's it saying? Like, has it got a bit of, does it have a bit of go in it? You know, you know, you can put your foot down and, you know, have a bit of fun. Because I was just watching like some reviews and
Zugbeeinflussung.
that's what they were saying. I've got my eye on a specific 220D auto. There's also an M Sport version, but I haven't seen it come up.
Sifa.
Now that I would like, I'll be honest.
Nächste Station Bietigheim-Bissingen. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung rechts.
Makes sense. It's smart, bro. It's smart. Like the majority of the time, that's exactly what I'm gonna be doing. But if I'm in the car by myself, then I might have some fun with it every now and again. There's only so much you can do with an MPV, but you can have a lot more fun in this one than you can in most of them.
Sehr geehrte Reisende, herzlich willkommen im Zug
Make as much fun as you want
E nach
about that one.
Stuttgart Hauptbahnhof. Wir wünschen Ihnen
But I think the
eine
most
angenehme
important
Reise.
thing
Nächste Station,
to note
Ludwigsburg. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung
is that
rechts.
ultimately, I'm not getting that car. And you know what? I was gonna try and justify it if I did go for it, but I wouldn't have had much to stand on, to be honest. Yeah, kind of. Pretty much, man. That's pretty much what it would have been. Makes sense as well. It's a Citroen. It's French.
Sie fahren.
I mean, it's a solid car for the purpose of having a family, but you know, not ideal for a lot of other things.
Sie fahren.
You know what? Maybe I don't go for a diesel. I don't know, because I would like to do things to the car. I would like to like remap it if I can, and maybe put a bit of an exhaust on it at some point. I know it sounds very silly for what the car is, but I'm gonna have to do it, I think, at some point. Used. Let me check. As a matter of fact, I'll send you the link to it, and then you can look at all the details of it. There you go.
Sie fahren.
Oh my god, bro, it gives you like a second to react. God forbid you're not watching it and nothing else.
Sie fahren.
In racing, a second is a lifetime, though. Dan, you've just put a couple of words together, mate. Sick it, sick how? In what sense? Like, flu sick? That sucks, man. Well, if it's like, if you're feeling it just starting to come on, get your hands on some, what are those lozenges called again? They're fairly expensive, but they do a fairly good job. I have them somewhere at home. Not soothers, but there's another one. To be fair, if you just got rid of it, your white blood cell count may be high enough to counter it again, depending on how long ago it was. But start taking things early. Take your paracetamol, ibuprofen, whatever it is that you take. Like that always helps me. If I start acting on it, the second I start feeling it coming on, or feeling like it may be coming on, I start taking things, and it, like 9 times out of 10, it will keep it away. I think 119 a bill, if I'm not mistaken. 190 or 192. I think all of them are similar. 100 I think the minimum is 180, if I remember correctly. I had a look yesterday. Which, from memory, having like my old car was 170, and that was a blast. That really was a blast. So it's more than enough. It does bog down a little bit, quite a bit actually, when you've got people in the car. Or maybe that was just because of the car that I had at the time, which was a Ford Focus. Like, I will never forget the first time driving with people inside, and then, like, I'm very used to the clutch. Like, I knew exactly where the clutch needs to be to start moving, and I put it there, lifted my foot, and like nothing much really happened. And I was like, oh, whoa, I see what's happening here. And then acceleration was like severely impacted. I mean, it makes sense. It just completely caught me off guard. I'm open to like the other options. Like there's a Vauxhall Zafira in Germany. It would be Opel Zafira, like the latest style, the latest shape. I think that's quite nice. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't mind that. And I've driven it before, and didn't have any issues with it. It was quite smooth. Also, the newer shape Volkswagen Charan is also starting to show up. It's a little bigger than the Touran. I don't think I would mind that either. Because I'm looking at financing options now, and I've made some adjustments to my annual mileage. A lot more options are starting to come up. I mean, I even had a flipping Q7, Audi Q7 show up. I've had a new shape Land Rover Discovery, and I had my eye on a particular one, but then I went to check the insurance, and the insurance was just a bit too expensive for it. I mean, I know that was the case with like Vauxhall Corsas and Astras, Dan, when they reshaped them. in the late 2010s, like mid to late 2010s. I know those ones had a ton of issues. I haven't really heard much about the Zefiras though. I'm getting some Ford S-Maxes show up, but they've got EcoBoost engines. I stay a million miles away from EcoBoost engines. They're amazing engines, but have a very severe flaw that can very easily be fixed. But Ford don't do anything about it. Yeah, no, that's completely fair, Nabil. To be fair, mate, any modern automatic I've driven has been smooth. It's not like how they used to be back in the day. And it's got flappy paddles. So if it really came to it, I just put it in like the manual mode, and then I shift like I'm driving a Formula 1 car. I think I might take it to some country roads and have some fun with that. Oh man, I don't know, man, because I haven't seen any on that website. I haven't seen any petrol 220s, and I really would like a 220, but I just haven't seen any petrol ones. And I really would like to tune. I would really like to tune the car, because I don't know when the time when I'm gonna have enough to have that car and have like my own little one that I can just have fun with. So I have to behave as if this is the only car I'm gonna have for however long.
Zifa.
It's just like a diesel. Maybe things have changed since a long time ago, but with petrol, I believe it was easier to make them sound nice. I don't think. Oh, 280 to 220. Well, the 220 can come in all-wheel drive, which is the one I showed you, the X-Drive. I like the sound of all-wheel drive. And a good question in terms of horsepower. I'm gonna do the Google thing, so you might want to mute me for like 3 seconds. Hey Google, what's the horsepower difference between a BMW Grand Tourer 218 and 220?
Zifa.
Oh wait, hold on a second. I was wrong. Sorry, I was completely wrong. I must have been looking at 220 models. According to Gemini, the 218i produces 136 horsepower, while the 220i produces 178 to 184. So I was quite off. Sorry, my apologies. I must have just been looking at 220s specifically then, when I was looking at those numbers yesterday. Sir, fellow mate, how you doing? I'm doing good myself, thank you. Dan, it's better I stay quiet on that. Because I might say some things that are worthy of like cancelling me. So, yeah. Although the most egregious example I have was back in 2017. So maybe you could give me a bit of grace and say, oh yeah, I was a lot younger than I am now. And I wasn't as smart back then as I am now. I'm on the Stuttgart to Heilbronn route, Surf. Frankfurt. Might as well get front wheel drive. Now, all wheel drive's got a lot more stability, I think. I don't need four wheel drive, of course. Like, I'm not going off road, obviously. Worse fuel economy. Really? Why? Wouldn't it have less? Oh, this is just amazing, isn't it? Look at this. If we're going after fuel economy, get a diesel. I'm not too fussed about fuel economy. Realistically, the only time I'm going to be driving it on like a normal week is maybe, honestly, genuinely, maybe once a week. I'll be honest. Maybe once a week, and on top of that, if we're going anywhere irregular from the usual schedule, and maybe if for whatever reason it's necessary, a school run,
Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
or if we're going anywhere with the twins. So if we're going to see family, for example, which doesn't happen often. Yeah.
Störung. 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 Zwangsbremsung. 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 Zugbeeinflussung.
If you get a diesel in London, you have nothing but DPF issues. What are DPF issues, Dan? And why would I get them around London? Diesel particle filter. Okay. What? Just because there's a lot to filter? Watch the railway movie in 1994 Beauport disaster. The local railway stepped in and saved many from that town from a chemical disaster. Poison gas in the air. Oh, wait, how?
Störung. 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 Zwangsbremsung. Zwangsbremsung.
Sorry, slowing down too late.
Zwangsbremsung.
Didn't even realize I have a
Zwangsbremsung.
limit.
Zugbeeinflussung.
I know about the disaster in that, was it a Canadian town? I watched a documentary on that that train that was carrying oil, the runaway train. Catches all the soot from the combustion of the engines that produce emissions. If you don't drive diesel hard enough, the engine and dog systems can't do the cleaning and burning. Define hard enough. Define hard enough. Okay, Nabil. I mean, I'm not trying to min-max my car and my driving. Of course, if I can do, the more I can do to prevent issues, whether it's spending more or like what Dan's saying about DPF issues, then of course the better. But I'm not like super anal about it. Was in India and they sent many trains to that station where the disaster happened to evacuate them. Crazy, I've never heard of that disaster. Never. If I drive like a granny, you don't need to worry about me driving like a granny, bro. I think it's fair to remind you, I grew up on Need for Speed, Fast and Furious. You know, I have a very particular driving style. You don't need to worry about me driving like a granny, man. But that's good to know, though. Now you've given me an excuse. It will go up more after 2030. Why? The prices that I've seen have been the same. Bro, I'm buying used. I'm not buying new. The car that I'm getting is, regardless of what what model you buy, diesel or petrol, is like very similar pricing.
Nächste Station Stuttgart Hauptbahnhof. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung rechts. Diese Zug
Yeah, if I'm able to do so, stuff, I will definitely do so. It'd be interesting to read about.
Reise mit unseren Zügen.
No more diesel cars being made. That's the first I'm hearing of that. So why would they be more expensive though? If that's the case, what's the correlation? You know what's annoying, Nabil? I tested out when I installed the Beast preset for the mod. I tested it out in Frankfurt. Frankfurt Hauptbahnhof, peak time. Do you know what I forgot to do? God damn it, I forgot to do something. Fortunately, I'm going to close the game anyway to delete those mods and see whether they're causing the issue with the TSRs not showing up. The train's reacting very differently. Has there been an update to it that I've been unaware of? Blackpool Branches test run. that was a good that's a good shot actually. The government will put more taxes in diesels to make it more expensive to push people to buy petrol. Okay. Well, I think I'm leaning more towards petrol now because of the plans that I have for the car. But it's techie because I really want a 220. I want a 220i. And the only ones that I've been seeing pop up are petrol. Oil shipments go at snail speed, so some of them are still to reach destination. What? Wait, is that what's that to do with, Surf? Nabil, the issue with me is, yeah, I like when I buy something, no matter what it is, I like to get the most whatever version of that car. With a phone, I get that I get the flagship thing. With like whatever it is that I'll buy long term. It's the same. So oh, you must be joking me. Well, I can only do what I do within my means, Nabil. If I could get a brand new car, absolutely, I would do that. That's not within the budget. If I do get a brand new car within budget, it's gonna be a piece of crap. I mean, even like I've been seeing like a Dacia Jogger come up, and I've seen the cost of like a 1 liter version of that, and it's just like, nah, man. Although, you know what I haven't seen? I haven't seen the prices for a JQ. A JQ8. Nah, it's out of budget. If I was to get like a new one. Yeah, ULEZ then. But the cars I'm looking at are like within line with that. Whoa. Wait, but that's brand new. Yeah, this is way out of budget as well. There's one JQ8. $83-mile range, huh? Oh, it's a plug-in hybrid. $46,000. They're getting pricey, aren't they? $46,000 is a bit cheeky for a JQ. I think tomorrow's stream is going to be Medway Valley Line. I don't really want to do the class 90 journey mode if I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, Dan. Anything for a go far, mate. Obviously, 2.1k is diabolical for road tax, but insurance is even more than that. Tractor porn. Who are you talking about, Dan, right now? Who is this rage directed at? Farmers have been getting done up the arse for a while now. They need to do what the French do, and just bring all like their manure wagons to the city and just plop it around everywhere. Something tells me that is highly likely to be effective. That is insane. Actually insane.
Sehr geehrte Reisende, herzlich willkommen im Zug RB nach Würzburg Hauptbahnhof. Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme Reise. Nächste Station Ludwigsburg. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung rechts.
There are a whole lot of things wrong with tax and what gets taxed in this country. I've always said the UK is best used as a base to make a bit of income and then head out the country and go live somewhere else. Retire somewhere else. Somewhere else is going to treat you nice, you know? A country that will actually appreciate you for residing in it and won't punish you. The UK punishes you for living in it. I don't really understand why money completely stops moving during the holidays. Like if money has been sent and it's on the way to someone's account, why does it matter if it's done during the holidays? Isn't it all like a digital process? Or do the machines also take a break? Well, it'll be safer in your hands than a bank then. But at that point, you might as well invest in commodities. I was buying silver for a while. I need to go back into that. I've got a couple silver coins. Go for both of them, man. They're only gonna go up. If I could go for gold as well, if I could go for both every month, I would. It's a no-brainer. I've got no idea. I've been away from stocks of all sorts, to be honest, for a while. I'd like to go back into it at some point, but only when I can afford it. Oh my god, this phone makes everything flipping difficult. Not even my phone, but let me have a look at my apps. Silver is at $72 at the moment. I believe that's dollars. 72 sitting on the edge of 73. Oh my god. I was trying to do the cruise control, forgetting there's no AFB on here. £55. Nice. It's come back down a little bit. It's a good time to buy. Here's a good time to buy, to be fair. I'm interested in seeing where gold is also at. No worries, Nobel, you're good, boss. $4,600. Hasn't changed too much since I was last involved. $20 out of 20, yes. Implying I don't need more subs. Well, it would imply that for that goal specifically, yes. But the thing is, Chuck is not going to do what he did this month, every month. And what's going to happen is I'll set the goal to 30, for example, which would be the next target. And it would just be embarrassing, frankly.
Nächste Station Ludwigsburg. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung rechts.
That guy flexed one time and then disappeared. I hope we get a TSR this run so that I can see if those mods had anything to do with the signs not showing up. I gave it a go. I gave it a go. It was like, it was decent. It was okay. But am I gonna play it above Train Sim World, above Motorfest, the bus? Come on now. But it was fun. It was fun. Yeah, I know, right? But a massive, massive thing for me, aside from the sounds and the physics, basically the buses themselves, was the performance. Like, yeah, you could say, okay, electric bus noise might not be one-to-one with the real thing, but you can believe it, right? Like, you can get over it quite easily. The acceleration and stuff makes more sense when you drive an electric bus. I'm open to driving the diesels as well, but even if it was just the electric buses, then the game would be like in a playable state, because now the performance is not something I have to contend with. I don't want to only drive e-buses. No, I like driving the MAN. I like driving the MAN. My point is, in terms of like playability, from like a more realism perspective, the game becomes a lot more viable when you drive electric buses. I don't know whether that's a an interesting, or there's a bad interesting, but it is what it is. Doesn't make it as good as OMSI, although the graphics in OMSI are tough to accept when you compare it to the bus. Thank you, Dan. Yeah. I only had it memorized by the dollar amount. That's what I was trading in. Oh. Man. Tomorrow needs to come. Needs to come fast. The hell did I walk in? What did I crash into? Oh, I got too far away from the train. I wanted to follow it.
Sehr geehrte Reisende, herzlich willkommen im Zug RB nach Würzburg Hauptbahnhof. Wir wünschen Ihnen eine angenehme Reise. Nächste Station.
Nothing got auto modded on my end.
Bissingen. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung links.
Usually things I got auto modded will show up in my chat, and then I can allow it or leave it hidden. Unless you said something so severe, Twitch wasn't even going to give me the ability to let it slide. Oh, price of diamonds. Maybe Twitch has something to hide there. Also, I was never really following the price of diamonds, so I don't have any idea how much it's fluctuated in any given time frame. Zeusy Ops. 5 months ago. Time is flying, bro. Before you know it. The virtual will become the real. I thought Zeusy were gonna come out with their own game, you know, when they made the Unreal Engine teaser. The fact that it's just the DLC is disappointing. What game is it for again as well? I don't remember. Don't they? I thought they were behind. Oh. I thought they were behind Zeusy. Like I know it's an Aerosoft title, but I thought they were the, I don't know, like actual studio behind it. Yeah. So I knew that. Oh yeah, single person, you told me. Yeah, I remember now. That's wild. I wonder if anyone else has like access to the source material. If anything was to happen to the developer, then the game is just done. Or just like freeze in time. Wait, what are you referring to? Christmas now getting an Easter little present before it even started. Oh, right. That's sick. That's sick, man. Looking after you. Hello, Jan. Welcome. How you doing? Good to see you again. And everyone does it. No. And it has an effect, you know. It has an effect. You do actually feel seen, noticed, appreciated. Like it really is a nice gesture. It really is, and an effective one as well. Indeed, it is, Jan. Hope you had a great weekend.
Nächste Station,
Great Easter period.
Bietigheim-Bissingen.
That's kind of still going on.
Richtung links.
I do like the click-clack that this Dosto makes. It's very soothing. Itches the right spot in my brain. That's very nice, Nobel. Very nice. See, it's like you look forward to the thing itself. Or you're already looking forward to it, and then these little things just make it so much better, man. And it's like, even if you were somebody who was a bit 50-50 on whether you wanted to go for it or not, or continue with it or not, this kind of thing will just like reel you back in. Who doesn't want to feel appreciated? Please, Stuttgart main station, Flix train, and Talent 2. I'm not quite sure exactly. Are you saying you want me to do a run from Stuttgart with either the Flix train or the Talent? Or you want me to do 2 separate runs with them? This is going to be the last run before the stream ends, my man. I'll see how much time I have at the end of this. If I can start one of those runs, then I can do that. But in terms of like a full run, this is going to be the last one. I have no idea what is happening with the BR147. Nothing has been communicated to us. So I know as much as you do about that. You know what? To be fair, even something as simple as my train ticket being paid when I went to Southampton for a Southwestern Railway assessment made me feel like, oh raw, like I felt like a princess, you know? Paid for my ticket. Paying for me to go out a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I could do that. The hotel's a whole other level. See, I booked me a hotel. I mean, you know, they could have had their way with me. Oh, you had booked one already? I guess it would have been cool if they, like, reimbursed you. That would have been a nice gesture. Oh, wait, why didn't you just cancel your one then? Got your money back. And then use their one. Yeah, there's a TSR. So it was one of the mods then. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Deutschland ticket. Well, what does that mean? What does that have to do with hotels? Or hotel stays? It's a monthly subscription that allows you to travel across all of Germany public transport. Okay. Oh, train ticket. I thought we were still talking hotels. But yeah. It's Yeah. Just like the overall thing of being taking care of a company, it makes you feel proud as well. Working for them, you know, you're not working just for like a greedy corporation that only has one thing on its mind. 189 euros, you know, crazy. Getting that king treatment. It's only right, man. Even TFO won't give you that treatment. Although, I mean, I'll be very honest with you. Being able to travel all around London for free is worth probably more than they could ever offer. What game is that then? Better not be Forklift Simulator. Now listen, take care of it today. Take your paracetamol or ibuprofen. Take like sore throat lozenges as if you already had it, and that would just help your body fight it off. Crimson Desert. You know, I've heard that name so many times. I've got no idea what the game's about, but you go off and enjoy it, my guy. Appreciate you hanging out today, and I hope you do feel better. But is that train only, Nabil, or would that affect buses as well? No way the forklift will be till Thursday, then I have a half day. Ah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. It's a nice way to kind of like get back into the swing of things. That's super decent. As long as a Deutschland ticket continues to exist. No, but as in, would they offer it to you as part of working with them? So like Deutschland ticket aside, because obviously you're paying for that, right? Yes. Okay. Well, then I guess you'll cancel that one and then just take their one, but I'll pay for it. Yeah. Better them pay for it than you. €83 is a very good price for what you get. A very good price, especially if you do travel around a lot. Oh man, it's mad. Actually mad. That would get you in London, that would get you free bus travel, unlimited free bus travel, and travel within just a few zones on the underground for a week. For a comparison. That price is insane, bro. That price is insane. For a month as well. Even if you were paying that a week. Sorry, 63. I thought it was 83. It's even 63. Secured until 2030. Hopefully they're not losing too much money from it. That's what it comes down to ultimately, isn't it? If they see that it's costing them too much, they'll wrap it up there and then. Completely separate topic, but it just popped into mind. I want to get Dirt Rally. Not Dirt Rally, sorry, AC Evo. But it's very difficult for me to play rally games without like a dedicated handbrake handbrake button. Not even a button, but just a dedicated handbrake. Ah, bro, tell me about it, man. Aerosoft has to be a front for money laundering. That's the only reasonable explanation there is for it being still alive after however many years. Your joystick? How? What do you mean? Your joystick on your controller? You used it as a handbrake while playing with the steering wheel? How? Oh, your flight joystick. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. That's actually like a very good idea. I mean, it's the same shape. It moves the same way. So, why not? That's actually very smart. Very smart. There's like a mod that people have made for the Logitech shifter. You put like rubber bands. There's a way that you put rubber bands on it, so that it means that it always goes back to the middle. No matter where you put it, it bounces back to the middle. But sometimes, like I've played rally games and I've driven a manual, so like it kind of limits you in terms of that. But I guess you can still make do. You can drive manual cars in games with like flappy paddles. but then sometimes you're shifting as you're turning the wheel, and then you lose like where the paddle is if it's not separate from the wheel. I want Moses' Lamborghini wheel, man. I've been waiting on that for so long. No idea how much it costs though, and I'm not really sure. I want to find out. Steering wheel pedals as rudder pedals, I think, is a very sensible decision. I won't even lie. For a while, yeah, I was using my pedal as a CIFA button, and it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool. Yeah, and I don't think I'm gonna get to your request. I don't think, mate. It does make sense. It's sensible. Although, I do wonder, going back to like handbrakes, if there are like some cheap ones available that just do like the job. But I'm not gonna lie. If you're using something like a joystick, you don't need to do that. If you're using a gear shifter, there may be more of a reason. Nah, it won't be a while, bro. Ah. Before you know it, my guy. Before you know it. Why not first year? Ah. I don't think you're going to be able to play. I'm not going to lie, bro. Once you start, with all of the flaws that this game has, I think your go-to will have to be, I don't know. But I don't know, like, even Zusi though, like, what could you even play? Being an actual train driver, what could you actually play? Because Like, imagine being a bus driver and playing the bus.
Station,
I think you would enjoy
Hauptbahnhof,
OMSI.
Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung rechts.
You might get away with OMSI. You might get away with OMSI. But then even Zusi has like poor physics. So if you know, if you're gonna drive a train that you drive in reality, you're gonna know exactly how fast the train should be going after some seconds, putting the throttle in a particular position. And when you notice that the train doesn't do that in the game, it's gonna bother you. Because the physics are not really great, are they? On Zusi. Ah, okay. So yeah, it'll be good if Zusi in that case then. Hello, JFK. Gonna try to get your people. I have no idea what I don't know what the context is. Right, I'm gonna leave it there. It wasn't the full 3 hours due to various issues, but it is what it is. It'll be better tomorrow. Oh, PPO private pilot license. Well, good luck with it, because that's very expensive. And it's pretty hard work as well. So, hope it goes well, man. And that's a big move. That's a big move. Just chatting a bill. Nah, man. I'll be honest, bro. All the stuff that was going on at the beginning, it's put me not in the best of mood, man. I didn't even think I was gonna get through the whole stream. So yeah, I just want to rest my mind a bit. And yeah, man, come back tomorrow, hopefully fresh. Just all the stuff that was going wrong and not working out. I mean, that is quite the change, JFK. That is quite the change. Come back tomorrow, we'll talk about it, because I've got questions. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this one up for now. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. I hope you have a lovely rest of your evening. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Stay safe. Health is wealth. Tomorrow, we'll do the last run for the journey mode here. And then we'll move on to the Medway Valley line. I'm going to change the schedule to reflect that. So yeah, stay safe. Health is wealth. To the next one. Peace out.